Hello. Yes, we welcome you back to PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet with me, Richard here. Yes, today we are looking at this question. It says that define ionic bonding. Yes, what is it? Okay, ionic bond is the type of bond formed by transfer of electrons from one atom to the other. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says that define each of the following and give two examples of each. The first one is formula unit. Yeah, what is it? Is the simplest ratio of ions in an ionic compound. Yeah, that is it. Example here we have sodium chloride written like this. So what you have here is the formula unit, or magnesium chloride written like this. So these are what you call formula units. Yeah, then we come to ion. What is an ion? An ion is an atom or group of atoms with a net charge formed by loss or gaining of electrons. Yeah, so we come to this one. It says that define anion. Okay, what is anion? Anion is an atom or group of atoms which is negatively charged, formed by gaining of electrons. Yeah, next is cation or cation. What is it? Cation is an atom or group of atoms which is positively charged, formed by loss of electrons. Yeah. And when we come to examples of anions, we have chloride ion. You can have a nitrate ion. This is an atom. This is a group of atoms. Examples of cation, you can have copper ion. This is an atom. Or you can have ammonium ion, which is a group of atoms. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says that consider the following ions. So these are the ions, the chloride ions, sodium ions, magnesium ions, and the rest. And they said draw Lewis dot diagram for each. Okay, let us start with chloride ion. Okay, yes. How do we approach this? For the start, you have to represent the Lewis dot diagram of chlorine atom. Okay, you need to remember that chlorine belongs to group 17, and group 17 has 7 valence electrons, which we distribute as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now when you look at the chloride ion, you see that it's negatively charged, implying that during the process it gained an electron. So what you are putting here is gaining an electron. Okay, so if that electron is gained, what will happen? It will come and fill this space. So in other words, we are going to have our chlorine symbol once again, with all the electrons distributed like that. Yes, but the gained electron comes and occupies that position. So when you look at this, what do you see? It has a complete orbital or complete energy level. It is said that when the energy level is complete, the atom is now stable. Yes, and all the atoms want stability. So that is it. So after that, what do we do? You put the bracket and indicate negative, implying that it has an extra added electron. You need to know that electrons are negatively charged. So where they go, they make that place negative. Next is sodium ion. Okay? Yes. How do you approach this one? For a start, what you do is to present sodium atom, the Lewis dot diagram of sodium atom. And sodium belongs to group 1. Group 1 has only one valence electron, like that. Okay? So when an atom has one electron, it has two choices. Either to gain 7 so that it can have 8 around it, or to lose 1. Both, it does it to attain stability. So there are two choices, either gaining 7 or loss of 1. It's very clear here that loss of 1 electron is easier than gaining of 7 electrons. So what alternative that this has is to lose that electron. So we have loss of electron. So when an electron is lost, our sodium will come like this without any electron. So what do we do here? We put a bracket and we put a charge here. Yeah, next, it is magnesium ion. Yes. How do we approach this one? The first step is to represent magnesium atom, the Lewis dot diagram of magnesium atom. Magnesium belongs to group 2. So it has 2 electrons distributed around it. So like I said before, all these atoms fight to attain stability. So a stable structure has complete energy shell. So magnesium has 2 choices, either to lose 2 electrons or to gain 6. And losing of 2 is the best option. So 2 electrons lost. Okay, when it's lost, what happens? What happens is that you get magnesium without any outer electrons. Because of the loss, it was neutral, it lost 2, so it becomes positive. And how do you indicate it? You put a bracket and then you put the charge there. It's the loss of electrons which created this charge. Yeah, next is sulfide ion. Okay. Yes. What do we have here? Okay, for a start, what do? We represent the Lewis dot structure of sulfur. Sulfur belongs to group 16, having 6 valence electrons, and we show them is 1, is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Yeah, that is it. And for sulfur, it wants to attain stability by having a complete energy level. So there are 2 ways. It can lose the 6 or gain the 2. And the best alternative is to gain the 2. So what happens? Sulfur gains 2 electrons. Okay? To give you sulfur, and we represent all the electrons around. We have 2 here, you have 2 here, you have 1 here and 1 here. So the 2 gained electrons come like this. So 1 comes here and 1 comes here. So when you look at this sulfide ion, what does it have? It has a complete energy level. So what do? We put a bracket around it and we indicate the charge here. It is negative because it gained electrons. Gaining of electron leads to negative charge, and loss of electrons leads to positive charge. Yeah, then lastly, we have our oxide ion. Okay, how do we approach this one? You start by presenting the Lewis dot structure of oxygen. Okay, so oxygen belongs to group 16, so it has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we pair 5, 6. So the best alternative is to gain the 2 electrons. So it gains 2 electrons. And after gaining 2 electrons, this is what you have. You'll have your oxide. You have your oxide ion with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the 2 gained electrons occupy this space 1, 2. So what do? You put a bracket and you indicate the charge here. It's negative because it gained electrons. And with that, I would like to thank you for your time. The channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet, with me, Richard, here. We appreciate your time. We urge you to subscribe, to comment, to like. We need to remind you that we have a sister channel for GET, grade 8 and 9 Natural Sciences. The channel is called Natural Sciences grade 8 and 9. Please, you can recommend anybody. It's a beautiful, wonderful channel, very educative, and we believe it's going to be very helpful to the grade 8 and 9s. So with that, I would like to say thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.